I'm Cristina Howorun, and this is essentially my mechanical kidney. Like thousands of other Canadians, every night I plug myself into my dialysis machine, and for about 9 hours, I almost have a functioning kidney. Now, the Kidney Foundation of Canada says that 1 in 10 Canadians suffer from some degree of kidney disease. Most can be managed by good diet and exercise or even medications. But in my case, it wasn't caught until stage 5. That's end-stage kidney failure.
When kidneys start to fail, especially stage 3, 4, and 5, more so 4 and 5, which is the later stages of the kidney disease. So, you start getting swelling. Patient gets because they cannot remove the water properly, and the bad products such as potassium, phosphates, they tend to go up, and other waste products are getting accumulated in the body, and you get itching, you get nausea, you get vomiting, some chest pain, these kind of things, and hemoglobin starts to go down.
Essentially, I had all of that, and fatigue, severe fatigue, which I just attributed to stress from work. But really, my body couldn't handle the amount of toxins that weren't being filtered. For several months, I tried to maintain what little function I had left with vitamins and diet and regular monitoring. But with only 6% functionality, that didn't last too long. So I essentially had 2 choices. I could do nothing and eventually die, or like 12,000 other Ontarians, I could start dialysis. Well, I clearly chose the latter. Coming up, I'm going to take you with me through my journey through surgery, through dialysis training, and through dialysis, and show you what life is really like for the thousands of people waiting for an organ transplant. I'm Cristina Howorun, and like thousands of other Canadians, I suffer from kidney disease. Now, even though my condition is hereditary, it came as a shock. After some routine blood work, I got a call from my physician's office telling me I had to go to emergency immediately. I had end-stage kidney disease. Now, the symptoms were there, but they weren't that easy to spot. I was itchy, but I chalked that up to having dry skin. I was tired, but I thought that was because I couldn't really sleep well at night. And I was nauseous, but I thought that was just nerves. Well, it turns out it wasn't. A warning now, I'm going to share a photo with you in a few moments of what I looked like after my operation. And it may be a bit graphic for some of our viewers.
Kidneys have actually 3 functions. 1, it controls the water. Second, it removes the waste product from the body and also maintains the minerals such as potassium, chloride, and sodium. And third thing, it also produces hormones which maintains your hemoglobin.
We want to make the changes that you need to do to try and get you into the best possible health.
Okay. When your kidneys don't work, you don't work. I'm exhausted every day. Even small tasks can seem monumental, even now. When I was first diagnosed, my kidney function was down to only 6 to 8%. My kidney care team helped me maintain that for about 6 months, but then it became clear that I had to make a choice: dialysis or death. I decided to do at-home peritoneal dialysis. It meant that I wouldn't have to go to a hospital several days a week for several hours, and it meant that I could return to work just a little bit sooner. But first, I needed surgery.
This part of the catheter will be inside your abdomen.
Okay.
And this part will be inside your abdominal wall. And about this much of your catheter will be sticking out so that you can connect to the dialysis tubing.
This is how my torso looked a week after. After some recovery time, I got a week of in-hospital training so that I could start dialysis at home.
This machine will be your kidney replacement therapy, basically. It will clean your blood and remove the excess of fluid that was built in your body.
The dialysis solution goes into my peritoneal cavity. It soaks up toxins for about an hour and then drains out things like creatinine and urea. In my case, I go through 6 cycles every night. The whole process takes about 9 hours. My kidney function, whenever I see your reports, it's always around 6%.
Mm-hmm.
After I've been doing peritoneal dialysis for, let's say, a month, I know my kidney function won't change. because your kidneys don't regenerate like livers, but how much of my blood will be cleaned?
Number-wise, you wouldn't feel that your numbers have improved, but physically and emotionally and mentally, you'll feel a lot better. Actually, you will come and tell me in about a week time, man, I was sick.
And Dr. Reen is right. I am starting to feel a little better. In fact, I'm even gradually going back to work. But the road ahead is far from easy. Every single night, I have to plug myself into this machine, and I'm stuck here for a good 9 to 10 hours, and I will be every single day until I get a transplant. Now, I'm lucky in that I have several family members and friends who are trying to be living donors, but if they're not a match, I, like thousands of others, are going to be waiting on the organ donation wait list, where the average wait time is 4 years. Now, we're going to continue chronicling my journey through this disease and ideally through the transplant process. If you want to learn more about kidney disease or organ donation, head to citynews.ca.